Hello everyone. Today we're going to make really simple Adobe Premiere Pro project. If you haven't used the Premiere Pro before ever, don't worry. I will not skip any single step. So let's watch the other what we're gonna have first. Okay, so this is pretty simple, 30-second video clip. So please subscribe my channel, hit the like button, and set the notification for my latest video. Then let's get started. Okay, so first, we're gonna need a few files to complete the video footage, as I showed you at the very beginning. So first is that 1280 by 720 pixel, the blank document. We're gonna use it for placeholder, and also we're gonna need this vintage logo. I made a link to the video tutorials of the making this vintage logo in Illustrator, so please refer that. And then we're gonna need 3 video clips, 1, 2 LP, and 1 typewriter. And also we're gonna need 1 sound file, so we can use it as a kind of background music. So now let's get started. So please open Premiere. So I open the Premiere, and then I go to New Project, and then choose a location. So make sure everything's in the same folder first. So a 1280 pixel by 720 pixel placeholder image, and then MP3 file for the background music, logo.png, and then pixel, and the 3 video footages. So choose it. So it is important to have everything in the same folder. I'm gonna name the project name as a vintage. Create it. Okay, so first, let's import that 1280 by 720 things. File, import, and 1280 by 720. And just drag and drop. I always do this because the very first file you drag and drop into the timeline, it will decide your video file size. So this is the HD quality, the bottom line. So we're gonna keep it. Now, let me import file, import my first footage, which is the radio, this old timer, old one. I'm gonna drag and drop to here. Okay. And then once you're done, watch this. See? This is a pretty bad, this is a crop because the movie size we decide is the 1280 by 720. So I'm gonna delete that, this one. But you will have to keep it, that file, in your project panel. It has to be there. Okay, let me zoom in. I'm gonna push back to the very beginning. I just need to have the just a 10-second. So let me resize it first to make it fit. So it is about 34%. Okay. So I want to have 10-second clips from here. So I'm gonna keep it from 22-second mark, which is here. See that? Let me use my razor tool, cut, and back to 12 seconds so I can have 10-second duration. I'm gonna move a little bit more. Okay. All right. Then with the selection tool, let me delete this beginning and that end. So this is 10 second. Okay, from, see, It's only 10-second animation, the video footage. Now let me import my second footage. Import. My second one was the typewriter, which is that. Okay, I'm gonna place it right next to it for now. Okay, and then the size, let me rescale there. So once you choose your time duration, your segment, effects controls panel on the left, you see there are several options. So I was using this scale here. Okay, so I'm gonna cut maybe from 16. Let me zoom in more. Maybe from 15. So using my razor tool again, cut there, and 25-second mark. There, and cut. Let me zoom out. Okay, so I only have another 10-second. Okay, so let me import my third one, the last one. Import my turntable, the LP. I'm gonna put it there. Okay, then choose the segment. Let me resize it first to fit somewhere there. Okay, and then I'm gonna zoom in so I can only have a 10-second. So from 24-second, you see that 24-second mark here, and then I'll choose the razor tool, cut, and let me go to 34 so I can keep the 10-second duration, and cut. Zoom out. So I'm going to delete that and delete this. So I have total 30-second footage here. So you see that? So 1, 2, 3. So top segment, that is for the video, and bottom two, this is for the audio. Okay. So we're gonna use the different background music clip. So I'm just gonna mute it. Click on the mute M. So this channel is muted. So no sound for now. Okay. Next thing is I want to change the size a little bit. So what I'm gonna do is, as you remember that the first clip was way bigger than the 1280 by 720. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make it slightly smaller. So getting smaller, eventually this size. So what I can do now is move the place with this blue tab, playhead at the very beginning, and then choose the segment. In the effects control panel, you will see the scale. See that? Click on this stopwatch. It will create the first keyframe. I'm gonna make it bigger, back to 100, original size. It's pretty big. And now let me move it back to till the end of this clip, the first clip. Somewhere, let me move it frame by frame. Yep, so here. Then on that frame, insert a new keyframe. I'm gonna make it smaller. It was about 34%. Okay, so let me play it. So it is getting smaller. See? Okay, so I like that. So my second footage, I want to do it opposite. From the smaller size to I want to make it a little bit bigger. So from here. Okay, so select that segment, the video footage. See that? Click on the scale stopwatch. So we start from the 67%. It's a kind of the current size. I'm going to move my playhead to the end of the second video footage. That is, I'm gonna move it. Okay, it's right here. Now on that frame, insert the keyframe. Now make it bigger, 100%. So it is getting bigger and bigger from 67 to 100. Now my third footage, choose your frame number the number 3 video footage like this one. Click on the segment. My first frame is here. Now I'll do the same thing. This time, click on this scale stopwatch again to insert the first keyframe, and then I'm gonna start from the bigger size, 100%. And then go to the end there. Then insert another keyframe. Let me make it smaller. That was a 67. Okay, so let's watch it. So it's getting smaller. It takes the 10-second duration, and then it's getting bigger. On my second footage, another 10 seconds, and then my last one is getting smaller. Okay, so it is working fine, but it is kind of just a jump cut. So it's kind of basic techniques of a cut editing. I want to have some kind of a better transitions. So in the effects window on right, make sure that the current working space is effects under Windows menu, workspace, and the effects here. Okay, so now open the video transitions. There are a lot of transitions, so we're gonna use just the basic ones under the dissolve. Choose the cross dissolve. This is the most popular, most common way of transitioning. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select this, drag and drop in between. I will do the same thing between the second and the third footage. So let me play it from here. Watch. Transitioning to the second footage, crossing, fading in and out, and same thing will happen between the second and the third one. Watch. Yes. So we're almost done. Now I want to have some kind of really simple the text. So since I'm using the old vintage video footages, so I want to say something about the some vintage. So I found a pretty interesting quote I like. So what I'm gonna do is I want to type it. So let's go to Window, Workspace, and then this time Graphics. If you work on the lower version of the Premiere Pro, you will see the workspace on top. So I'm in Graphics. Okay, now choose the type tool here. I want to start typing from somewhere here. Maybe from there. So this blue tab, see that? And then let me click. I'm gonna type quotation mark. It is easily overlooked that I think my type size is way too big. So once you type it on your right, you will see the text size and then the text typographic choices. I'm gonna choose, since this is a kind of an old one, I want to use the older looking typeface Courier. Okay, and then Courier maybe bold, looks good, and I want to make it smaller. That's good, about that size. Okay, and then also it may not be overlapped with some other kind of lighter or the darker background, so I want to have some kind of a black box around. So once you type it, you can see this. This is my current text color, fill, white text, which is good. And then my background, it is not checked yet. Let me check. And then I'm gonna choose my background color to black. Okay, and then you can also control the opacity value of that black. If you want to make it bigger, you can make it be bigger. See? So I think maybe that is too big. Okay. Or I'm gonna type just a 10. It's okay. And then from here, I want to keep it till the end of this video. So place your mouse cursor at the end of the text segment, this pink one. You see that red brackets with the arrowheads. Keep pressing and extend it till the end. Okay, so that text always there. Okay, I can relocate it later. Okay, now, once I have that, I want to have more text from somewhere here. So I want to type something from somewhere here, okay? And then make sure before you type it, click on that new video channel there. This is empty. Now choose your type tool. You see that? New segment is added. Now I can type it. What is now called vintage. So I'm going to place it there. Okay. And then also I want to keep it till the end. So the sequence is, my first line, it is easily overlooked that. On my second footage, what is now called vintage, and I'm gonna have my third line. I want to start from somewhere there. Type tool, click on the new footage, make sure you click there, otherwise it will be added to the new channel and the same channel. So I'm gonna click on that. You see that new segment is added. Let me type was once brand new quotation. So pretty true, very true. Okay, all right, I'm going to keep it till the end as well. Okay, I want to make it a little bit, yep. So my first line, second line, and the third line, which is great. Okay, but I want to move up all this text a little bit. Let me choose my first one to not very top, somewhere there, because I need to have space for my logo, and there. Okay, so it looks good. Okay, but I want to have the even kind of a smoother transitions. So now the text is kind of it is jump cut. It just shows up all of a sudden like that. So I don't like that. So let me go back to effects panel, and now I will repeat the same step. Video transitions, cross dissolve. I'm gonna place this on every beginning of my text block. Cross dissolve my first one, my second one, my third line. So watch. Fading in, it is easily overlooked that. And then there's a new transitions between, and my second line is fading in. What is now called vintage. And then there will be a transition between the second and the third footage, and my last line is fading in. So it looks pretty good. Okay, and also at the same time, I want to change the color mode of my last footage. So this is a full color image. I want to make it kind of black and white. So starting from color, I want to turn it into black and white from my third footage. So select your third footage, this one, maybe from there, somewhere from there. Okay, so from there, and then in your effects panel, you see that the video effects, there are a lot of different options. We're gonna use the very basic one, color corrections. Okay, and then you're gonna see that luminary color. Double click. Make sure the third footage segment is highlighted, and then double click. Then that option will be applied to this. So double click. Now my effects control panel is way complicated. We're not gonna change many things. Just go to basic correction. Okay, let me scroll down. You will see that saturation. Okay, so I'm gonna insert the first keyframe by clicking the stopwatch. Saturation, so nothing's changing. And at the end, not completely at the end, maybe somewhere here. Then let me insert new keyframe and then decrease this 100 value down to 0. So it turns to black and white. So watch. Color, now it starts changing to black and white gradually. See? Isn't it cool? Okay, now it's time to import the vintage logo. So I will go to file menu again, import, and let me use the logo.png. So I made a link to this video tutorial, and then this time I'm gonna drop it on top somewhere there. Okay, as a vintage logo, choose that segment and double click on your logo, and then I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller, and let me locate it. There is still too big, maybe about that size. There. Okay, so my plan is the background, the LP is spinning and it turns to the black and white video clip. So I want to start my vintage logo maybe from somewhere from there, and then I want to start as a black and white, and then eventually it ends in this full color image. So it's gonna be opposite. Background is gonna be black and white. My logo is gonna be just full color. So same thing. Make sure this is my first frame of my logo. There. Here. And then this this logo image is selected in your timeline, and apply the illuminated color again. Double click. Then basic corrections like we did, and then saturation. I'm gonna insert the first keyframe for saturation. Okay, then down to 0. So it starts from the black and white, and somewhere there, not completely, and somewhere there, I want to insert another keyframe, and then saturation, I'm gonna move it back to 100. Just 100. Yes. See? So it is kind of a crossing over. Background is turning to black and white, and the logo is turning to full color image, like that. Okay. So we're done. I can rewind it to the beginning, but I don't have a sound yet. So go to File, Import. Let me import that sound. That was Keep on Moving. Okay, and I'm gonna drop it at the very beginning on my audio channel. So let me play it. Sorry, it's way too big. Okay, the problem is since my audio file is kind of way longer than this video footage, so I just need to cut my sound clip somewhere there. Okay, so let me zoom in using my razor tool. I'm gonna cut there and delete. Excuse me. Okay, but it's still big. If you want to control your volume, because for now it is too loud, what you can do is select your audio clip. Okay, and then in your effects control, you will see the level. So 0 decibel, that's a default setting. Let me decrease it like the minus 20. And let's see. It's way better. Okay, but at the end, it just stops. I don't like that. I want to make it fade out. So I want to start the fade out, my sound clip, maybe from somewhere here. Then the current, the level is minus 20 there. So we'll keep it from the beginning till up to this point, minus 20 decibel. But from there and to the end, I want to make it fade out. So that's the point. I want to make it start the voluming down. Insert the keyframe first, leave it as it is, and then at the end there, insert a new keyframe, and then all the way down. Now watch from there. See, it's fading out. Okay, and then also at the beginning, it starts with just the full color video footage. I don't like that, so I want to go back to video transition again and cross dissolve. I want to drag and drop this to my very first video footage here. So drag and drop there. Oh, I missed one thing. The logo is just kind of pops up. Okay, so I want to drop another cross dissolve at the beginning of my logo. So it will be fading in and color. See? So it's pretty simple. Okay. And then once you're done, I want to export as the MP4 file for their web streaming service. So make sure you save this file and go to File, Export, Media. Okay. Now my location is gonna be my folder, which is this vintage folder. I'm gonna name it as vintage. So it will be saved as the vintage.mp4. Save it. And the preset, I'm gonna use the HD quality, the 720. And format H.264. This is the best format for their web streaming service. Then export. Alright, so let me check my folder. See? Vintage.mp4. Fading in. It was once brand new, vintage. So it is kind of a pretty simple promo video. I hope that you enjoy this video, and I hope that this video can help you for your future project. Thanks for watching. See you next time.